Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at the brand new combat patrols, their value and savings. This video is sponsored by the Game Bunker. More on that later. Alright, so we got a bunch of brand new combat patrols coming out this week, so I figured we'd jump right in and take a look at the actual models inside, how much MSRP is in each box, and then how much you actually save, and see if they're worth pulling the trigger on. So first off, we have the Combat Patrol Black Templars. So this is the brand new Combat Patrol for the Black Templars. I do think this is a slight upgrade over the previous Combat Patrol. Inside, you're going to get one Emperor's Champion. He is $42. You're also going to get a Crusader Squad for $62.50. You're going to get one Sword Brethren Squad for $62.50. And then you're going to get a squad of Blade Guard Veterans for $60. So if we add all that up, the total MSRP is $227. Typical Combat Patrol MSRP is $170. So you're going to be saving $57 over MSRP. So basically you're getting one of the kits for free. You're saving 25%. So that means you're going to be saving 25% over MSRP with this box set. So anytime you can pick up some kits that you like at a discount, that's always good. Anywhere from like 25 to 35% is like the typical discount that Games Workshop will offer with either like a launch box, Battleforce, or Combat Patrol. We have found more recently that they tend to be like trending down closer to like the 25 to 28% discount. But with the prices on their kits, it's definitely nice anytime you can get something for free or get a nice discount on them. So I think 25% on the Black Templars Combat Patrol is a little bit on like the lower side as far as discounts are concerned. It is obviously much better than buying the individual kits on their own. And I do think the composition of this box set is excellent, as you would definitely be using all of these units in a Black Templars army. So I think that while the savings aren't the best in this Combat Patrol, I think the composition is excellent. And for me, that is a definite buy. Alright, and then next we have the brand new Combat Patrol Grey Knights. So unfortunately, these are all old model kits except for the character that comes inside. The Grey Knights are in desperate need of a range refresh. So that's definitely going to sway the decision on whether or not this is a good box. So the previous box had the Dread Knight in it, which is an awesome piece and a necessity for any Grey Knights army. So swapping that one out for the Venerable Dread amongst like the other changes, I think overall this is a downgrade. But let's jump in and take a look at the value inside. So first we have Castellan Crow. He is the only new sculpt for the Grey Knights, and obviously you can see the size difference between him and like your typical Purifier or regular Tactical Marine. So he is $45 on his own. Then we have the Terminator or Paladin kit, which is $60 for 5. Then we have our Purifier Squad, which can build like all 3 different options for $65. And then we had the Venerable Dreadnought, which is $62.50. So that means the total MSRP inside this box set is $232.50. MSRP on the actual Combat Patrol is $170. So that means you're going to be saving about $62.50, or you're getting one of the squads for free. And that's going to give us a total MSRP savings of 27%. So a little bit better of a discount than like the Black Templars box set, right in line with what you typically see with the Combat Patrols. Overall, nice composition. You're definitely going to be taking Castellan Crow. You're going to want some of your like typical Grey Knight kits, and then obviously some Terminators or Paladins as well. The Venerable Dreadnought is okay, but honestly, you don't see him that much on the table, as opposed to the Dreadknights, which are an absolute necessity. So in my opinion, this one is definitely a downgrade. It's still not bad if you're building a Grey Knights army, but not nearly as good as the previous one. So for me, this is an easy pass. I do think if you can still get a hold of the old Grey Knights Combat Patrol, you should definitely pick that up, as it was much better. So composition-wise, it's okay. Value-wise, it's okay. My main problem with this set is that it's a bunch of old models that need new sculpts, and it's also a big downgrade from the previous Combat Patrol. So for me, this is a no-go. Now a quick word from today's sponsor, Game Bunker. Game Bunker carries a full range of Games Workshop products, including miniatures, terrain, paint tools, and more. Game Bunker offers 15% off MSRP for most Games Workshop products with the discount code WHMS. Receive free shipping in the continental United States on orders over $145. Online orders ship out within 24 hours. Game Bunker is a veteran-owned business. Use affiliate link below, enter discount code WHMS to save 15% on most items at checkout. For fast, friendly service with a discount on your favorite tabletop wargaming purchases, visit GameBunker.net and let them know that Warhammer Man sent you. Alright, and then next we have the Combat Patrol Space Wolves. So this is a new Combat Patrol loaded up with a bunch of the new sculpts, with the exception of the Wolfen. Everything from this box set is a brand new miniature, which is definitely a plus. The previous Space Wolf Combat Patrol wasn't all that good, as it really wasn't that like Space Wolves themed. It just had a bunch of like generic models in it and then a Space Wolf character. This one is the exact opposite. So first we have the Space Wolf Pack Leader. He is $42. Then we have the Blood Claws, which is $62.50 for 10. Then we have the Space Wolf Terminators, which are $65. And then we have the Wolfen, which are $62.50. So we got a total MSRP on this box of $232. MSRP for the Combat Patrol is $170. So again, we're going to be saving $62 on this box set. So basically getting one of the kits for free. That's going to give us a total savings of 27%, right in line with like your typical value. But I think for this one, it is a massive upgrade over the previous Space Wolf Combat Patrol. It has all thematic units that are Space Wolf specific. It has a bunch of brand new sculpts, and then a bunch of models that you're going to put in any Space Wolf army. So for me, this is a massive upgrade over the previous Space Wolf Combat Patrol. It's a pretty nice value. It's all new sculpts, and composition is excellent. So for me, this is a definite buy. Alright, and then next we have the Combat Patrol Tyranid Assault Brood. So the previous Combat Patrol available for the Tyranids was a bunch of the stuff that came in the Leviathan box set or the starter sets. So while the MSRP savings on the previous box is definitely higher than this one, it is a lot of easy to build kits, and there's obviously some pluses and minuses, but also because the models inside the easy to build kits were so readily available, you can also pick them up on the secondary market for much cheaper than MSRP, so it sort of skews the actual value inside. This one is all full kits, starting off with a Parasite of Mortrex. He is $42. Then we have a squad of Hive Guard, which are $80, and they can alternatively build the Tyrant Guard. Then we have a squad of Gene Stealers, which are $58. And then we had the Biovore kit, which can alternatively build the Pyrovore, and that is $52. So total MSRP on this box is $232. The MSRP on the Combat Patrol is $170. So you're going to be saving $62. Which means basically you're getting another one of these kits for free, and that's going to give you a total savings of 27%. So right in line with the other Combat Patrols as far as savings are concerned. It's hard to compare whether or not this one is an upgrade or a downgrade compared to the previous box, because value-wise it's substantially less, but these are pretty much all units that you're going to see in almost any Tyranid army. I do think the best part about this Combat Patrol is that there's no overlap with the previous ones, so they go really well together. So if you already have the old Tyranid Combat Patrol, this one goes right along with it. Or if you picked up the Leviathan box, you could easily add this into it. The Biovore is an absolute necessity in any list. Also, Gene Stealers are in pretty much any Tyranid list. The Hive Guard are pretty good, but you're probably going to want like a big bug to put them with, like a Hive Tyrant or something along those lines. And then the Parasite of Mortrex is actually a pretty good tech piece. You see it sometimes in like more competitive lists. It's also got like some cool janky and fun abilities. So overall, I think this is a good box. It's pretty good on savings. It's pretty good on composition. And it goes really well with either the Leviathan or the previous Combat Patrol box. So for me, this one is a buy. So that is it for our 4 new Combat Patrols that are coming out this week. Definitely some nice deals here. We don't know if these are going to replace the old Combat Patrols and permanently become part of the range, or if they're going to be like a limited time only, or possibly even just be in addition to the previous Combat Patrols. But I do think for the most part, Games Workshop hit the nail on the head with these, with the exception of the Grey Knights box, which is still okay. The other 3 Combat Patrols are really nice. I'm definitely going to be picking up the Black Templar Combat Patrol and the Space Wolf Combat Patrol. Really nice composition, nice value, and definitely some pieces I need for my armies. So let me know what you think of the new Combat Patrols. Are you going to be picking them up? Do you think they're an upgrade or a downgrade versus the previous Combat Patrols? Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. And as always, special thanks to the Game Bunker for sponsoring the channel. Check out the link in the description to save 25% on most Games Workshop products with code WHMS at checkout. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.